Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. It's Tuesday, and that means we get to talk to your dad with a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie. That's coming up later in the show. By the way, your dad cracks me up. Some of the stuff that he says. And I just had somebody, again, asking me if he's found the proper wine to go with Alpo yet. So that may be the very best. We discovered he's eaten some dog food more than one time. So I'm not exactly sure what was going on there. We're going to have to ask him if he found anything that pairs well. So, anywho, we got a great quote for today as well from Peter Dinklage. He said, "I hate the word lucky. It cheapens a lot of hard work." I agree completely. I remember having somebody tell me how lucky I was, and I was thinking, boy, lucky, huh? 18 hours a day doesn't feel so lucky when you're working
really.
it. You know, if you work your tush off, it's amazing how lucky you get. And, yeah, I agree with Peter Dinklage. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Tuesday, the 5th day of June. Today is National Veggie Burger Day. I've never had a veggie burger. Have you?
Yeah,
It's one of those like a non-meat burger, just a veggie. Like
I
made.
think I have.
Have you really?
I think I
Was
have.
it? When did you do that?
I'm pretty sure it was at a restaurant one time.
Really? Did you do it on purpose, or you accidentally ordered it?
I did it on purpose.
Really?
I didn't love it.
Huh.
But it wasn't like I
You've
didn't
got
throw up.
relative that is a vegetarian, vegan, and I remember when I was grilling one time, they brought some stuff, and I had to grill it, and I was looking at it going, just don't think I could do that.
No, thank you.
I'm a brave man, but I'm not that brave.
I didn't have it again. I can tell you that.
Well,
so.
and for those of you who have chosen that lifestyle, nothing against that. That's not for me. I'm kind of a wimp. I don't like a lot of veggies. I don't like onions. I don't like peppers. I don't like tomatoes.
You don't like a lot of things.
I wish I could, but I just can't. Today's National Gingerbread Day. It's also National Moonshine Day. I've never had moonshine either. So
I have.
Have you really?
I have.
Why does that not surprise me? Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-818-3967. 800-818-3967. That's 800-818-3967. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
John and Heidi.
And it's time now for another episode of Prison or Vineyard.
Oh, I like this.
I like to ask Heidi this question, and she's sometimes really good and sometimes not so good. I'm going to read to you the name of a business, and you need to tell me if it is a prison or if it is a vineyard. Elk Creek, and this one's in Owenton, Kentucky. Is Elk Creek a prison or a vineyard?
I'm going to say it's a prison.
You're going to be wrong then. It is a vineyard. Elk Creek is a vineyard. How about Chuckawalla Valley in Blythe, California? Is Chuckawalla Valley a prison or is Chuckawalla Valley a vineyard?
It sounds like a vineyard.
It is a prison.
2
for 2. Got them both wrong today. Yeah. Heidi, you're not doing so hot.
I'm not
I noticed
today.
ever since I started covering up the answers
Oh,
over
my
here.
gosh, you've always been covering them.
I have been. And it's not that I don't trust you, and I don't think you could even read it from here. I just feel like
can't.
if I don't at least cover up the answers, I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to all of the listeners. So I do what I can, and I do it for you, ladies and gentlemen. I do it for you. That's why. All right. This has been Prison or Vineyard.
John and Heidi.
Each day at this time, we talk about people doing dumb things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. If you or someone you know needs help, there's a toll-free number you can call.
1-800-438-0380.
That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
1-800-438-0380.
And this is Your Brain on Drugs. A Southwest airplane bound for Los Angeles International Airport had to make an emergency landing after a passenger was caught smoking marijuana in the bathroom. They say Flight 1250 from San Francisco to Los Angeles. That's not a very long flight.
No.
San Francisco to L.A.?
They couldn't go that far without
Apparently.
a cigarette?
He was diverted. The flight was diverted after a man was discovered smoking marijuana in the bathroom. The man was promptly turned over to law enforcement and informed that he might face criminal charges, as smoking on an airplane is illegal. Passenger Jonathan Burks said it looked like someone needed to smoke a joint on a plane, and he went into the bathroom and smoked a joint and set off the fire alarm.
Wow.
The flight later completed their trip, but they all got to stop somewhere. Where would you even stop between San Francisco and L.A.? Wouldn't it be easier to just go all the way to L.A.?
Yeah, really.
I mean, what's that, like a 25-minute flight? Okay, maybe it's a little more than that. But it's not a very long flight. So I can't imagine that was something that was so necessary for this guy. He's probably going to go, get a...
It's going to be a huge fine.
I was on a plane where a lady smoked a cigarette in a bathroom, and I heard afterwards they had her detained, and I heard them saying it was a $10,000 fine. So I don't know what the deal is. I've never done that, and I'm not going to.
It's going to be worse since it was illegal
marijuana,
drugs now, too.
But that's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen. In the second weekend, Solo, a Star Wars story, won the box office. So they were number one, but it's still not good news for them. Because you'd think number one would be good news, right? But it was apparently just not a huge weekend for movies. The space adventure made $29.3 million in North America. That's down 65% from the $84.7 million they got the first 3 days. Deadpool 2 was number 2 at the North American box office. Of the weekend's 3 new wide releases in North America, the Lost at Sea adventure Adrift registered the strongest, making $11.2 million. Now, back to Star Wars spinoff Solo. It fell 65% at the box office in the second weekend to finish with a $29 million take. Solo is $140 million behind the 2-week box office tally of the standalone Star Wars film Rogue One. So, in comparison to all of the other Star Wars movies, I can't say it, Star Wars movies, it's not doing well, but it was the number one movie. So I think maybe we should cut them some slack on, hey, you guys were number one. You finished. You were the winners.
Yeah, but
compared to...
I do think people are starting to get a little burnt out. I mean, they're doing too many of them.
I don't know.
You know what I would like to see? They own the Muppets. They really should do something more with the Muppets.
More spin-offs there.
Yeah, I would support every one of those.
Fozzie.
No, it's got to be all
Adventure.
of them. No.
No, I'm just saying they got Solo, a Star Wars adventure.
No,
Fozzie,
no.
a Muppets adventure.
It has to be all of them.
I'm going to start typing the screenplay now. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now, your scoop of the day, courtesy of 49bydesign.com. American Airlines is warning of a fare increase if oil prices continue to climb. They say, hey, if gas prices go up, guess what? So do airline tickets.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. They have to.
You really need to remind us of that. It's not like there's anything we can do about it.
Right.
I could see you warning us if it was something that we had to do with.
Yeah, that we could fix.
It's not like we're going to say, okay, we'll keep the prices down. Thank you, American Airlines, for nothing. A new study from Pew Research. I just like saying their name. Say that once.
Pew Research.
Isn't that just a fun thing to say?
Yes, it is.
The Pew Research Center found that teens are abandoning Facebook in record numbers, with just 51% of teenagers now saying that they actually use the site Facebook. So only 51%. Now, for a while there, that was the majority of the people on there. Now, everybody on there acts like a child, but they're not. So
Right.
I don't know if you've been on Facebook lately.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had any good Facebook arguments with anybody recently?
I don't get into arguments with people on Facebook anymore.
Yeah, you just block them and move on.
I do. I mean,
She
if somebody
says-
is going to be difficult, then I politely ask them to stop, and if they don't, then I just block them.
And she moves on. See,
Yeah.
I try not to get into
Life
arguments.
is way too short. I don't have the time for it.
I try not to get into arguments on Facebook. There are things that I want to say, but I'm like, this is not going to lead to anything good. So I'm going to put a
Yeah.
smiley face and I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
So if you ever see me on Facebook, just put a smiley face and move on. That means I got something I want to say, but smiley face is all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. This could have been part of our Fake News or Florida, and it almost was, but I got so many stories stacking up over there, I thought, I'm going to share this now.
Okay.
Otherwise, I probably wouldn't get to this for like another week. A Florida woman found Jesus Christ on a horseshoe crab shell last month. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a horseshoe crab shell.
Me either. I've never
but
heard of
that's
that.
a thing. Kathy Rader said a friend gave her a shell after he found it on the Canaveral National Seashore, and Rader said the image kept getting lighter as the day passed, and it started to resemble a Rembrandt picture of Jesus Christ, bringing her to tears. I've got a photo that was on the internet. I didn't take the photo, but it's the photo of this on the internet, and I've got a link to it in our show notes if you want to check it out and see. I had to really stare at it for a while to see what she was seeing. Then I was like, okay, there you go. I see it now. But I don't know. Do you think that there is some significance to this horseshoe crab shell or no?
Probably not. No.
I don't know. I think it's cool. I'm a fan of Jesus Christ, but I'm not seeing it in the crab shell. I just, like I said, I had to look for quite a while. Remember back in the day they had these, what were those things called? Like 3D images, or was that what they were called? Where you'd have to look at the poster for a while?
Oh, yeah, for a long time to see.
Do you remember
the
those?
picture. Oh, yeah.
Were you able to do those? Was that something you could do?
No.
That was something that was really, really hard for me, and I later found out why. It was because I needed glasses. Remember you and I got married, and you were asking me why I don't ever read, and I thought maybe it was just, you thought it was because I was just an idiot, and I was like, no, when I read I get a headache, and you said, maybe you need glasses. And I was like, never thought of that one. And then I got glasses, and I'm like, hey, I like to read. But up until that point, when I would try to do those things, they never really worked, and I think it's because I couldn't see them properly.
I have a hard time seeing those
nowadays,
things.
I see them a lot better if I'm wearing my glasses, so pretty sure it has something to do with it. When I say my glasses, I feel like Velma from Scooby-Doo for some reason.
I can't see a thing without my
Oh,
glasses.
jinkies. One last thing here. People who deliberately set their clocks or watches ahead 5 or more minutes. Let's pause for a second here. Are you one of those people? Do you set your clocks
No.
ahead 5? Do you know anybody who does that?
You have to.
all of my stuff.
And you're still always late.
Well, listen to the story. People who deliberately set their clocks or watches 5 or more minutes fast are 8 times more likely to be late for an appointment than people who set their clocks or watches accurately. So
Because they're always thinking, I got time.
I got 5 more minutes. He's like, if this clock is right, oh wait, this clock is right? Yeah, then I'm late. All right. That's been a couple of fun stories for your scoop of the day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
Do you have ideas for t-shirt designs, but you don't have a clue how to print them? Or maybe you'd like to have t-shirts and coffee mugs available to buy online with your business logo printed on them. There's a website that makes it easy. We set ours up in about 10 minutes. There's no sign-up fee, no minimum orders, no monthly fees. It's just a really easy way to put some cool items online for sale, and you get paid every time somebody buys them. You don't have to print or ship anything. Just sign up, upload your designs, and then let people know where they can get your cool stuff. More details available at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie, he'll give us some golf. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him, he makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his staff. Get ready to learn some things. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing great. The wife's gone. The dog's dead.
Jeez. And that means you get the dog food all to yourself.
Oh.
Life is good. Yes, it is.
She's kind of mean. Hey, I did have a listener ask if you ever did find wine that paired well with Alpo. So,
Well, no, because I hate wine anyway.
okay. Well, now the world knows.
An Old Mill goes pretty good with it.
Old Mill.
They do not sponsor this program. I just pretty sure I didn't need to tell anybody that, but just want to make sure we clarify. So Sandy is in Las Vegas right now without you?
Yeah.
What is she, just out visiting friends, having fun?
Well, they're going to drive. They're making a road trip coming back in one car.
Oh, nice. Well, and they know that you can't do that road trip because they'd have to stop every 10 minutes so you can pee.
And apparently, I think they're going to probably stop at your house Friday.
Oh, very cool.
right.
Well, we'll see him then, I guess.
You can't contact her because she has no phone. So
Well, we'll see her when she gets here, I guess.
there you go.
So what kind of cool stuff are we going to learn about today, Charlie?
You can peel hard-boiled eggs by blowing the egg right out of the shell.
Really?
Now, I tried that, and I can't get it to work.
I've never tried it, so I'll have to try it. So how do you do that?
I have no idea. It just says you can peel hard-boiled eggs by blowing the egg right out of the shell.
By blowing it out of the shell?
And I would imagine you put a hole in one end and blow like you can't never blow before, and it'll pop out.
I'll have to try it. I've never.
Or maybe it just loosens the shell around the membrane of the
there you
egg
go.
so you can peel it off
So you poke
easier.
the end and then
So
blow
maybe
it.
the egg doesn't like blow out of it, but it loosens the shell so it peels easier.
when we get done, I'm gonna go boil some eggs.
Give it a shot because I couldn't make it work.
All right. I'll let you know what I discover, Charlie. Maybe we'll even do a video.
That'd be great. We could do that.
Then we'll see what happens.
Actually, I'd like to see you two trying this project, so it should be next time Dad's here.
All right, I'll have to wait now.
Hey, then, did you know children in the first 6 months of life consume 7 times as much water per pound as the average American adult?
No kidding.
Because adults don't drink enough water.
Yeah. Well, and they're a whole lot smaller than we are, so that's why.
Now, I drink a lot of water with black velvet in it.
No, that doesn't count.
It probably does. Counts a little.
Flavored water. That works.
Okay.
Hey, then, did you know in New York it's against the law to throw a ball at someone's head?
Really?
No, that's ridiculous.
That's probably a good rule, though, honestly.
But then those kids never get to enjoy dodgeball.
Well, I don't know. I think they're talking about something besides dodgeball. But
Yeah, I think so, too. Well, Charlie, you ready for a question?
I think I know the answer.
All right. What color was Coca-Cola originally? Before they added
I know
all the
this. I know
colors to
this.
it. What color was it originally?
Green.
Yes,
Yeah.
green. Charlie, you're good. I think this is like the third week in a row you got it right.
They would have had a heck of a time selling a green soda.
You know, I don't know, because like Mellow Yellow and stuff is green. I think people would
No,
probably.
that's yellow. It's in
No,
it's in the name.
What if it's Mountain Dew? That's green, isn't it?
No, it's yellow.
Are you
Are
sure?
you colorblind?
I don't know. I don't drink those things. I think it probably would have been just fine.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't.
But
I wouldn't drink it.
We're used to drinking it the color that it is, so I think it'd be a struggle now. But I remember they had like a clear, Pepsi Clear, and then Coke Clear.
And is that still on the
No,
market?
should be though. I mean,
Yes. How'd that work for him?
Exactly.
hey Charlie, who asked you anyway? All right, we'll talk to you again next week, Charlie. Thank you so much for taking the time to visit with us.
Well, if you call me, I suppose I have to answer the phone.
Yes, that's the rule. If we trick you into it, you have to answer.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
John and Heidi.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
it's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough. Available now on Amazon or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
John and Heidi.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There's a bar in London, England that sells vodka vaporized. So you inhale it instead of sip it.
Oh.
I've actually seen people inhale liquid vodka too, though. So not on purpose.
I don't know
I'm
if I
sure.
would like that.
I don't know if I would either, but I don't know. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In the White House, there are 13,092 knives, forks, and spoons.
Ah.
I wonder whose job it is to count those. Can you imagine doing the dishes? That would be enough to fill like 2 or 3 dishwashers on its own, just the silverware, wouldn't it? It's a lot of silverware.
Yeah, it is a lot of silverware.
And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Americans, on average, eat 18 acres of pizza every day.
Holy cow.
Yeah, not per person. I mean, that's all of us together.
I understand that.
I mean, I just want to make sure I explain that, because otherwise, we're all going, guess I better start working on my pizza for the day. 18
that would explain
acres.
why we have so many pizza places here.
There's pizza places on almost every corner, it seems. Couple of fun facts right there, courtesy of LearnWithoutLoans.com.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
Now it's your grandiloquent word of the day, and the word today is cherry. C-H-A-R-Y. Cherry. What do you think cherry means? It's not a little fruit that you eat.
No.
That's a cherry.
Is it like sweetie, like honey? A term of endearment?
Not really. It says it's an adjective, cautiously or suspiciously reluctant to do something. I'm a little too cherry to get in that cold pool, cautious or careful. Wary would be another word that kind of goes with cherry. So if you're afraid to do something, you could be cherry. And again, it's spelled C-H-A-R-Y, cherry. I've got a link to it in our show notes as well. Look for the grandiloquent word of the day. Actually, on the show notes page, it just says the word of the day. I didn't know how to spell grandiloquent. I didn't want to get it wrong. I was like, I'm going to just put word of the day. There you go. By the way, this has been your grandiloquent word of the day.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now, some weird news on a Tuesday. A Massachusetts man has been apprehended for climbing into the drive-through window of a Massachusetts Dunkin' Donuts, then promptly climbing right back out. Police responded to a security alarm at a Dunkin' Donuts. Then they saw the surveillance video footage of a man in a vest pushing the drive-through window open, then climbing into the store. Then he turned right around and left without doing anything inside. Officials arrested the man, but have not publicly identified him. In a Facebook post airing the security footage, police did not say if the man stole anything from the Dunkin' Donuts or if he had any affiliation with the store. I think it's just interesting that this happened.
People are so bizarre.
Yeah, why would you go in there and you're like, okay, I made it. I just wanted to see if I could do it, then climb back out. Here's the thing. If he would have done that at a Starbucks, they would have given him the keys to the place and said, hey, anytime you want to come in, you just come on back. I'm just teasing, Starbucks. Come on. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, your moment of duh. From New Jersey, the police there say a man attempted to impersonate a sheriff by using a fake badge. He flashed it to the cops. This is a bad idea.
Oh, my God.
This is such a bad... First of all, don't do this. But second of all, don't do this. All right. During a traffic stop, he used a fake badge, and he had a T-shirt that had sheriff printed across the chest. They say they stopped a 51-year-old man for speeding past them with
51?
red... Yeah, he had red and blue lights flashing on his vehicle. The Record is the name of the paper that reported this. When they pulled the man over, he exited the vehicle and walked towards the police with a shirt that said sheriff across the chest.
My gosh.
Then he said, hey, I'm an Essex County Sheriff's officer, and he flashed a badge and said, guys, I got to keep moving. And they said, no, I don't think so. And then they looked at the badge, and it said United Chaplains International. The man is due in court on June the 20th in Newark. So what was that all about?
That is not smart.
You don't do that, period. But you definitely don't do that. Like,
now, there are a lot of things that a little bit of confidence you can get away with things.
Don't do that.
This is not one of those things.
That's too much confidence. And that's a bad idea. That's why it is today's Moment of Duh.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
It's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough, available now on Amazon, or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
It's time now for Fake News or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this fake news or is this something that really happened in the great state of Florida? A naked Florida man wreaked havoc at a Florida airport when he claimed a bomb was going to detonate. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
No, this is actually Florida. I wonder where he was telling them that he had hid the bomb if he was naked, you know?
I don't know.
It says here, naked man wreaked havoc at a Florida airport this past Friday. Now, this was sent to me like a week ago, so it wasn't last Friday. It was a while ago. Again, this is why I'm going to try to get to the stories as quickly as I can. I've had a lot of stories sent to me from Florida because this little feature we're doing here. Police explained 25-year-old John Greenwood had entered an under-construction restroom at the Daytona Beach International Airport, then slipped a bag into a hole that he made in the sheetrock after 10 a.m., He was in the buff when he came out of the bathroom and climbed onto the baggage carousel, claiming that a bomb was about to go off. Released police body cam footage shows the moments cops initially encountered the naked Greenwood man. Mr. Greenwood, I guess is his last name. He was tasered. Is it tasered or tased? It says tasered in the story.
Well, I don't know. I always said tased.
Don't tase me, bro. Not don't taser me, bro. I don't know. Not that dude is the official authority on it, but after he didn't comply with officers, he was subject to a taser. Let's do it that way. He was arrested and hit with a slew of charges, including burglary, false report concerning planting a bomb, explosive device, or weapon of mass destruction, criminal mischief, and resisting arrest without violence. All of that, and a partridge in a pear tree. So a lot of stuff that happened right there. And this has been Fake News or Florida, but it was a true story that really, truly happened in the great state of Florida. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Good news comes your way courtesy of Odiva. It's a monthly subscription service just for the ladies. All the details can be found at radiosavings.com. This, I thought, was just adorable. A guy makes everybody smile when he picks up his girlfriend from college. Now, every single day, he would go to pick up his girlfriend in a different car, and he would come up with it all started like when he was pulling in one day. He rolled his windows down, was shouting her name and like honking the horn. He's like, hey, it's over here. I'm over here. And he was recording this and just thought that was kind of silly and kind of fun. So every day he tries to outdo the day before.
Okay.
And it's gotten to the point where I don't know how he's going to outdo this one. Because he makes everybody smile when he picks up his girlfriend in different cars every single day. And like one day it was a Batmobile and another day.
Wow.
So it was like themed that way. And he was wearing a Batman outfit. Well, he was in this same community and saw the Wienermobile. And he's like,
oh my gosh.
He said, there's no way I can't not ask them. I have to at least ask them. So he went over to the Wienermobile, Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, and said, hey, I got this YouTube thing, and I do these silly videos, and I'm just wondering, would you guys kind of play along and drive me there to get my girlfriend?
That is fantastic.
And they said, we'll do it if you wear the hot dog outfit. So he's like, of course. So he's dressed in full-on hot dog outfit, and they pull up out in front of the school, honking the horn, and he's shouting out the window this girl's name.
Oh, my gosh.
It really is pretty cool. And then this is the neat thing. In the story, I don't know if this story, I've got a link to it here. I don't know if this one has the details here, but since then, there was a gentleman who has like a really cool collection of cars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, all kinds of hot rods, reached out to him and said, come on over and pick out one of the hot rods to pick up your girlfriend. So he picked out a really cool hot rod for another one.
That is so cool.
So then
this kid is a stud.
Yeah, and this is just his girlfriend, and they've been dating for a few years. She better marry him. Well, every single day he's trying to outdo it. So I'm just trying to figure out, where do you go from there?
Right? That is amazing.
Get a Sherman tank or something. Maybe that would be a way to outdo it. But
wow.
That's kind of, maybe you hit a milestone and you just say,
she better marry that one.
Maybe it's a good thing school is done for the year. I don't know. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. I have a link to this story and also all of the other things we talk about. If there's ever anything you hear us talk about, chances are you'll find that in our show notes at johnandheidishow.com.